Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. What vibes do you give off to him, to men? Oh, you already know. Listen, we're about to break this all the way down, okay? And you didn't land here by accident, baby. Your energy pulled you right here for a reason. All right, but take a moment and meditate here on the three cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card one, the Two of Swords, card two, Queen of Pentacles, and card three, the Eight of Pentacles. So let's get straight into it. Hi, Clarity fam. Welcome to your reading. What vibes do you give off to him, to men? Oh, you already know. We're about to break this all the way down. You didn't land here by accident, and your energy called you here for a reason. Okay, so I can already see it, right? Your energy brought you here to the brown moonstone crystal and the Two of Swords. And what does this tell me? Honey, you got these men completely out here like a GPS with no signal. Okay, trying to figure out where they stand with you. So you got them in two minds. They're confused, baffled, like, they think they know what they want, but then they get caught up in your energy, and it's like suddenly it's like they're navigating through a maze. You, my dear, are like a riddle wrapped in mystery, okay? So it's like 1 minute they think that they got you all figured out, then boom, you switch it up and they can't handle it. And, and they can't keep up with your vibe. They can't. So let's just talk about your energy. You're magnetic, baby. Okay. And you're not out here chasing after anyone. Men feel it. They feel drawn to you, but they don't know if they can handle it, if that makes sense, right? You got them thinking like they might want to make a move, but they're questioning themselves first. So it's like they're wondering if they're worthy enough to even step to you. And that's what I'm seeing. And honestly, they're stuck in their heads. So they're wondering like whether they should make the first move or just back off. And this pull push energy, you got baby, you got it going on. It really has them confused, but they're still pulled to you like magnets. Okay, so no, you're not giving them any easy answers, and they don't know how to act. But honey, that's exactly how you like it, isn't it? Right? You know exactly what you bring to the table, and you are not about to let anyone come to your table without earning their seat. But hold tight, honey, because we're not done yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull another card. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull another card and see where this energy is going and see how you really affect men. Like, how does your vibe shift things for them and what's really going on beneath this energy? All right, so let's see what card comes through. You got the one. The card literally says the one. All right, so let's see, what am I picking up? Okay, so yeah, the one, the prize, the treasure, the dream. Honey, let's talk about this card. The one, you're not just someone men want, you're someone they need. So when this card comes through, it's telling me that you are the embodiment of everything that they're searching for, but might not even realize they need. Okay, so you're the woman that they see in their dreams, the perfect combination of everything that lights them up and like really shakes their world up at the same time. So you're not just the one in their eyes, you are the one, okay, that they've been waiting for, whether they want to admit it or not. Now, here's the thing, you know your worth, and you don't settle for less than what you deserve. So when men see you, they can't help but step back and reevaluate themselves. Okay. And they start questioning their lives, their choices, and most importantly, their self-worth. And let's be clear, this is intimidating because men feel the power of your energy and they realize that, they just can't show up and get a seat at your table. Okay. They got to earn it. You are rare. And they feel that. They see you and their hearts race with the idea of what it would mean to be the one to have your attention. But they also know that they can't have step with you. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them will try to play it cool and act like they're too smooth. But deep down, they're like, damn, is she the one? Is she really out of my league? Okay, in those questions, honey, that's where your power lies because you challenge them to be better. You force them to level up. So this energy is undeniable because you are the kind of woman who doesn't chase because men will always come running to you when they recognize, you are the one they need. So the thing is, not every man can handle the weight of this energy. So some will step back, too scared to even try. But those that are meant for you, they're going to give it, they're going to give you the world. So let's go ahead and see where this energy is headed. Let's see the vibe you give off, because the vibe that I'm picking up is the vibe that you give off is nothing short of magnetic. Okay. So, and honey, we're just getting started. So let's go ahead and pull the next card. How do you really affect men, honey? Where is all this energy really going? Let's see. You have the Kabbalah Tree of Life. All right. That makes perfect sense, right? Oh, this is like unlocking a higher vibration here when you have the Kabbalah Tree of Life. And what this card is telling me is that your energy is not just affecting men on a surface level, like it's going deeper. This is spiritual. This is transformative. So when men come into your orbit, they can't help but feel like they're being pulled into something bigger than themselves. So it's like they're getting a taste of like higher consciousness and a connection to something far greater than what they've ever known. Okay. And you're not just giving off vibes. Okay. You're giving them an opportunity to evolve. So yeah, the Kabbalah Tree of Life, it's all about growth, connection, and elevation. And that's exactly what you bring. You shift them. Okay. Men might come into your life feeling one way, but by the time they leave your presence, they're forever changed. You give off an energy that invites spiritual awakening. And it's almost like you're like a living, breathing spiritual guide to their soul. So they walk away from you feeling like they just tapped into like something larger, something cosmic. So yes, they start to see themselves differently and really start questioning their purpose and just really wondering if they're living up to their full potential, because some men might not even realize what's happening. They might not be, as they're in it, right? But when they step back, they know that they felt something shift. Okay? They know they felt something shift. And here's the thing. This energy, it doesn't just fade, right? It lingers. And you don't just affect men at the moment. You leave a permanent imprint on their soul. So let's go ahead and pull your next card and see what else is coming through. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What vibes do you give off to men, to him? Look at this. You have the numinous. which is the asteroid in astrology that represents mystery. It's about universal truth and the source and ghost, other worlds, shadow work. So the Numinous asteroid is very interesting coming through, right? So let me see what I'm picking up here. Okay. All right. Listen, I just know this. You didn't come to play, did you? Did you, number one, right? You didn't come to play because the Numinous card. Now, this is some serious energy right here. And let me tell you, this is the stuff legends are made of. So when men encounter you, it's like they're stepping into a world of mystery that they cannot comprehend, but they're damn sure drawn to it. So this card is all about universal truth and the source. And honey, that's what you're tapping into when you walk into a room. You give off that cosmic energy that leaves men wondering whether they, whether they just like encountered something beyond the ordinary. You make them question everything, their existence, their past, their purpose. And they may not know how to articulate it, but they feel like they've met someone otherworldly. You are the doorway to a whole new dimension for some of them. The Numinous is connected to mystery, the unknown, and yes, shadow work. And when men are around you, it's like you're pulling back the veil and really just showing them, the things that that they never even knew they needed to confront. Okay, you make them face their deepest fears, their unspoken truth, the things that they have avoided. Okay, you challenge men to look deep within themselves and really to face the parts that they have kept hidden. And that's a power not everyone can handle. But the ones who can, they walk away forever changed. You are not here to simply amuse or entertain, honey. You are here to awaken souls and to make them redefine reality. So yeah, the energy that you give off isn't just flirtatious or magnetic. It's like a calling. They feel the pull of the unknown. They feel the gravitational force of something bigger, right? Something that they don't quite understand, but feel destined to know. Okay. And let me tell you something. You make them question their own truth. It's like they are forced to go into their own shadow work, looking at the part of themselves that they tried to run away from. And that's how deep your vibe goes. That's how deep it goes. So let's see. Let's go ahead and pull another card and let's see where this energy is leading. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see the energy coming through with your next card. All right, so let's see. Yep. What is the energy as it does relate? You have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles showing up. That makes sense. Perfect sense. Especially with everything else that came through. I do want to point out that the Pentacle energy, it does rule over the Earth zodiac. So you got Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgo, which is significant here in the top placements of their charts or yours as a confirmation in the reading. Could be in the sun, moon, or rising signs. But so, baby, now we're getting into it, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles is all about dedication, work, and craftsmanship, okay? And honey, this is how you show up in their lives. So when men meet you, they don't just get a quick glimpse of what's on the surface. They get the full experience of someone who is constantly evolving, perfecting, and growing. And you don't do things halfway. No, you're a woman of substance. And when you walk into their lives, they can feel that. And you don't come into a relationship or a situation just for fun. You are about building something meaningful. And that's the energy you give off. So whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or just like a fleeting moment, men feel like they are in the presence of a woman who is here to create, to build, and to craft something of value, right? So this energy says that you're all about that long-term effort, commitment, and excellence. You put in the work and it shows. So whether it's your career, your personal life, or your emotional world, you're always working to improve and level up. Men feel like they're not just meeting someone who's good enough, okay? They are meeting someone who's exceptional, and that scares the hell out of them. It scares the hell out of some of them because they know that they have to bring their A game to keep up with you because you challenge them to step up. Because you're already in the process of mastering your life. And you show them that success is earned, not given. And your vibe tells them, honey, if you want a seat at my table, you better be ready to put in the work. And trust, some men will step up to the plate, seeing the value in that, while others, well, they'll fall back because they can't handle that level of dedication and ambition. But the ones who stick around, they're gonna feel like they're in a master class, right? It's just by being in your presence because you challenge them to be better and to elevate themselves, right? So let's go ahead and pull your next card and see where the energy is going here. Let's see what we got coming through. All right, so yeah. I want to go from this deck here. Let's see what we got. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Look at that. You got free spirit. I knew it. I felt this energy. And it makes perfect sense. It makes so much sense with the free spirit card coming through. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, this energy right here, a free spirit has arrived. And if you didn't think this vibe was already fire, now we're getting into the real heat because you are the woman who cannot be contained. And when men encounter you, they're instantly drawn to your wildness, your unapologetic freedom, which makes them feel like they're stepping into a world where rules don't exist and anything is possible. Okay, so when they meet you, it's like they are stepping into a whole new universe, right? One where they can breathe, feel, and experience life without chains. And that usually holds them back, okay? Because you give off that wild, untamed energy that makes them feel like anything goes when they're around you, and they love that, you know? And you're not here to play it safe, baby. You live life on your own terms. And that's what makes men feel, that's what men feel the minute they meet you. You're a breath of fresh air in the world that feels suffocating, in a world that feels suffocating. So, yeah. So, whether you're laughing at something, that they never expect, or even just taking on new challenges, they see you as someone who isn't afraid to be themselves and who inspires them to do the same. So this card, it speaks to your essence. So you're not about to follow the rules or fit into anyone's mold. You break free from limitations and embrace like the full spectrum of what life has to offer. So when men meet you, they're not just getting a date. They're getting a ticket to experience the extraordinary, okay? Because you force them to rethink their boundaries, to expand their worldview, and to question everything that they thought they knew about life. And the best part is they can't control you. They can't tame your spirit. That's your power. And they either respect it or fall away. So the ones who are ready for you, though, they'll be enthralled, right, by your fearless energy. And they'll want to match that level of freedom and fun. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your next card and see where this energy is going, because darling, this free spirit vibe will never be chained down. Okay. So let's see what else we have. All right. So what is the energy, spirit, as it does relate here? Let's see what else. Now, this is your final card. So at the end of your reading, I'm going to summarize your total vibe, your energy, your essence, okay? So stay with me until the end, okay? All right, so you got the Coyote, the revealer of truth. All right, the Coyote, the revealer of truth. That part, right? Whoa. It's on now. It is on like popcorn, baby. Listen. This card is all about raw, unfiltered, authenticity. So this is where the magic happens, because men don't just get to see the surface level they get to see the whole damn truth. And that truth, it's powerful, it's grounded, and it's unapologetic. So when they encounter you, it's like they're entering like the gates of your kingdom. So where everything is real, genuine, and no bullshit. Okay, so you don't hide anything. So whether it's your flaws, your fears, your hopes, or your dreams, you own it. You show up as the real deal. And let me tell you, men can't help but respect that, because there's something more magnetic than someone. There's nothing more magnetic than someone who is unafraid to stand in their own truth. You give off the vibe of someone who isn't here for the games. No facades, no pretenses, right? So what they see is exactly what they get. And you don't need to hide behind anything. And that is what makes you irresistible. The realest part of you shines through, and that leaves them mesmerized, okay? Because you own your space, and the energy you bring is about self-assuredness and honesty. Men feel like they have to drop all the mask when they're with you, because they sense that you're not playing around, okay? And if they don't want to drop the mask, or if they can't drop the mask, they simply have to get out of your space. They have to get out of your space. Your truth is like your most powerful weapon. So when they're with you, they're being invited into a space where they have to be real too. And there's no room for pretending or acting like someone else, because you demand authenticity. And when they align with that, that's when the real connection happens. You strip them of their illusions and leave them standing face to face with the truth of who they really are. And that hurts, right? The truth hurts. It does. So let's go ahead and wrap up your vibe, your energy, and your essence here when it comes to this energy and this reading. And honey, this man or a specific man that's on your mind, but men in general, honey, this is the overall energy. So let's break it down. Your vibe, you are a dynamic force that men cannot ignore. You bring the mystery, the drive, and the freedom all in one package. All in one package, because this is the thing. You challenge them to grow, to look at themselves in new ways, and to face truths that they have been running from. So whether you're bringing the cosmic energy or calling them to face their shadow selves, you're not just about casual fun. You are about deep, soul-shaking connections. and you awaken them to the parts of themselves that they never knew existed. Because listen, you leave a lasting impact that doesn't fade, because your truth, your wild spirit, and your unapologetic authenticity, it stays with them long after they left your presence. So whether they can rise to meet you or not, you're a woman who will always be remembered, always be felt. So how do you really affect men? You change the game. And honey, they're never going to forget the energy you brought. You are unforgettable. Your vibe is beyond magnetic, and you leave them thinking about you long after the encounter is over. Okay? So, card one, this does conclude your reading. Honey, you are a force to be reckoned with, okay? And if this reading resonates with you, make sure you drop a comment below. I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. We're about to spill the tea on what vibes you're giving off to him and to men in general. Okay, so you know how we break it all the way down and get into the real raw energy, right? So you already know I'm about to serve up the truth. So let's get into it. I see your energy brought you here, and I'm feeling all the vibes. The universe said, let's drop some wisdom. And today you're drawn to the rose quartz crystal and the Queen of Pentacles pulling through. So trust me, this is that next level energy. We're talking about soft but strong, nurturing but unshakable. And oh, honey, it's magnetic. So let's get into this reading and see exactly what's happening. So first off, with the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about a woman who is on her grind, but still knows how to make men feel like they matter. And you're not here for drama, but you bring that steady, grounded energy that makes them want to stick around. And you're not just putting out any basic vibes, honey. No, you're putting out a vibe that screams, I'm the whole package. Okay, you got that whole nurturing thing down, but don't get it twisted. You got a power that makes men want to respect you and admire you. Okay, so yeah, you got that I got this energy that really makes them feel safe, but they also know you're not someone to be messed with. Why? Because you hold your own. And that makes them want to earn your attention. They can feel it. You're not the type to fall for just anything, because your vibe is low key, but it hits different. It hits different. And they feel it. And then, honey, the rose quartz crystal. Okay, so this adds that softness, that nurturing vibe that men can't resist. So you're like a walking emotional safe haven when they're around you. And they can't help but feel like they found someone who sees them for who they really are and not for the act that they put on. Okay, men crave this energy because you give them the space to be real, to be vulnerable, and they don't get that from just anyone. Okay, you're not giving off that let's talk about feelings vibe. You're not giving that. No. You are giving off that I care about you, but I'm not going to chase you energy. Okay, and let's be real, men love that. They love it. You don't need to chase, you don't need to beg, but they want to come after you. And they know that when they're with you, they are getting the real deal. No fluff, no fronting. And let's be clear, you don't just give off these nurturing vibes for a moment. Nah, you leave a lasting impression when men meet you. And they know that they met someone who has their own life together, their own energy, and it's not going You know what I'm saying? It's not going to settle for anything less than what they deserve. You make them want to rise to your level, and not because you demand it, but because your energy commands it. Okay? So, what vibes do you give off? You're that girl who's the perfect balance of power and softness, grounded yet magnetic, and deeply caring yet fiercely independent. Men feel at home around you, but they also know that they have to bring their A game. A game. You're not just any woman that they feel like they've met. You know what I'm saying? That you're not just any woman. They feel like they met someone exceptional. And honey, they can't get enough. So let's go ahead and let's pull the next card and see where this energy is headed. Because I know you're curious, so stay with me because this is only getting juicier. All right. And make sure you stay until the end of your reading because I'm going to summarize your entire vibe at the end of the reading. Okay. So let's gain more insight. The Hunter card. Ooh. The Hunter card. Let's pull the next card. So I'll read these together. And you have the Flower of Life. Ooh. Which is inspiration, awe, and dreams. All right. So let's see what I am picking up here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this is interesting because with the Hunter card and the Flower of Life, let me tell you, these cards are speaking loud and clear. Because first off, the Hunter card, this is all about pursuit, action, and strategy, right? And you're not waiting around for anyone to make the first move. Men can feel it. So when they're around you, they know you're not easily caught. You got this predatory energy that's not about being sneaky or manipulative, but more about confidence and knowing what you want. Men can't help but feel drawn in by that huntress vibe, okay? It's like you're the prize and they can't help but want to chase. But don't get it twisted. You're not out here begging for attention. Oh, no. You are standing firm and just letting them know that if they want to be in your presence, they have to earn it. Your energy says, I'm the one who's sought after, not the other way around. Because men see you as someone they need to work for. And that immediately makes them want you more. Okay? They love the challenge and they love the mystery and they're here for it. Hungry to chase what feels elusive. But don't get too comfy, darling. Okay, that's your energy. Don't get too comfortable, baby. You keep them on their toes and you never make it easy. And that's exactly what they love about you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Flower of Life card coming through, which represents inspiration and dreams. So with this card coming through, it's telling me that your vibe is magnetic and on a deep level. And not only do men want to pursue you, but they dream about you. Seriously, you inspire them. So whether it's through your creativity, your drive, or your ability to live with purpose, they can't help but be captivated. And you're not just someone that they see as a fleeting attraction, honey. You are a dream, and they're drawn to your energy in a way that leaves a lasting impact, okay? Because you ignite their creativity, push them to grow, and make them think about their own lives differently. You inspire them to level up, and that's a major turn on. That's a major turn on. So what does this mean for your vibe? You're the kind of woman who is a force to be reckoned with, and you got them chasing you, and they're inspired by the energy that you put out. Men don't just notice you, they feel you. Your energy is so potent that it lingers with them long after you're gone. And don't forget, it's all because you're confident, mysterious, and have that drive that makes them want to earn your attention. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the next card and see where this energy is headed. So stay with me because we're only scratching the surface and this is getting real good. And you know what I'm saying? We're just getting started, baby. So let's see what else is coming through. All right. So yes, what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? Look at that. You got Libra showing up. I absolutely love Libra showing up here for you. Yes, Libra's in the house. Libra, the idealist. The idealist, the socialite, Libra. Okay. So, Libra is all about balance, beauty, and charm. And you got that energy that makes men want to be around you because you bring harmony and peace. So when they step into your space, they feel comfortable, understood, and welcomed. But don't mistake that for weakness, okay? Because Libra's air of grace is just as magnetic as it is powerful. So men can't resist that balance you bring, okay? You got the perfect mix of beauty and brains, warmth and independence. You know how to charm them without even trying. It's like you naturally exude that energy of come to me. I'm all about love and connection. But don't get it twisted. They got to meet you halfway. You don't settle for less. So with the Libra energy, you also give off the vibe of being attractive, and not just on the outside, but on the inside too. You got that inner peace and self-love that radiates outward, okay? And it's magnetic. And trust me, men love to be in your presence because they feel like they've met someone who has it all. Not just looks, but the kind of energy that makes them want to connect on a deeper level. So what's happening here is men see you as someone who's beautiful on the inside and out. And they love being around you because your energy brings balance to their lives. You're not just another pretty face. You got the charisma that keeps them coming back for more. Libra makes them feel good, like they can be themselves and have fun while still knowing that you hold your own. You're chill, but you're not someone that they can easily walk over. Okay, they can't play no games with you. All right, so let's go ahead and keep this energy flowing and see where this is going. Because, I can already tell that this reading is going to end with a bang. All right, so let's pull another card and keep the vibe going. Let's see what else is coming through. You have divine badass. Yes. Okay. I am not surprised that this card showed up. I am not. When I tell you that it feels right. Okay, this energy is getting even more intense. We're in it now, and it's only getting hotter. So trust me, look, you want to stick with me for the full ride here because we're just getting to the good stuff. All right, so let's keep the energy flowing and let's get this energy here. So yes, you have the divine badass. And this card is telling me everything. You're not just here to play. It's like you came into this world to own it. You give off a vibe that says, I know who I am and I'm not afraid to show it. So men look at you and instantly sense power, not just physical strength, but inner strength. That's undeniable. Okay, because you carry this energy like you're untouchable, but not in an arrogant way. No, no, no. It's more like you've got your life together and you know your worth. And you don't need anyone to validate you. Okay? Men are drawn to that confidence. It's like a moth to a flame. The divine badass energy is all about being unapologetically yourself. It's about embracing your flaws, your edges, your imperfections, and turning them into something absolutely powerful. And let me tell you, men are attracted to that energy because it shows that you don't just exist, you command attention, and not in a forced way. You just are. Okay? Now, what does this mean for your vibe? Well, it means that you give off a radiance that commands respect, but at the same time, you're approachable. You know how to be powerful without being intimidating, and men love that. And they want to be in your presence because you challenge them. But you also make them feel like they can be their best selves around you. So, baby, to wrap it up, you are a force to be reckoned with, and you give off the vibes of someone who knows their worth and is not afraid to own it. Men can't resist you because you make them feel like they want to level up just to be in your orbit. All right, so let's go ahead and keep the energy moving. I am feeling the vibes and we're just getting started. So let's see what else comes through, and we're not done yet, honey. So stay tuned and we're about to dive deeper. So let's see what we have coming next. All right. Okay, so what is the energy as it does relate? Spirit, what's coming through? You have the Penguin, authentic. Ooh, that makes sense, right? The Penguin, authentic energy showing up. Love that. I'm go ahead and pull the next card. And this is going to be your final card, but I'm going to read all the energy all together. And I am going to summarize your entire reading here. So we got the Penguin. We're going to talk about that. And you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands energy. All right. Let's see what I'm picking up. All right. Let's get it. Let's just say I'm feeling the energy right now, and the reading is just getting spicier by the second. And honey, yeah, so the Penguin, authentic, let me tell you this. This makes perfect sense. You are the real deal. No filter, straight up authentic. Men look at you and they don't see a facade. They don't see someone pretending to be something they're not. You radiate the kind of energy that says, I am who I am, take it or leave it. So what does this mean? Well, let's be real. Men are not used to meeting people who are so unapologetically themselves. You don't need to fit into any one mode. You stand out on your own. You're someone that attracts attention without even trying, because people can't help but be drawn to your genuine nature. Okay? That realness, that realness you have, it's magnetic, and it makes men want to know you on a deeper level. Okay? So because there's no fakeness in your vibe, it's just pure authenticity. All right, so let's see here. And with that, this card here is the Six of Wands. So honey, now we're talking. This is the card of success, recognition, and victory. You walk into any room and people notice. Your vibe isn't just attractive, it's elevating. Men see you as someone who's not only a catch, but someone that they want to win over. You bring the royal energy into everything you do, and they just can't help but be captivated by your presence. So, this is the energy of someone who's on top of their game, someone who commands respect and admiration without even having like to ask for it, okay? Because men want to be a part of your world because you're living proof that success and beauty go hand in hand. You give off that kind of vibe that say, I've got it all and I know it. And trust me, men love that. So now let's go ahead and let's pull it all together. Let's pull it all together. All right, so you give off the energy of someone who's unapologetically authentic. You're real. There's no pretending, no faking, just pure you. And that's so attractive to men. But not just that, you have this magnetic power that makes them want to win you over. So whether it's your confidence, success, or your ability to stand out, men can't resist that energy that you bring. And not only that, you make them want to level up, okay? Because you're a divine badass who walks through life with this balance and grace. But don't think for 1 second that they can walk all over you. They can't. They can't. You're a force to be reckoned with, and they feel it. So yeah, honey. In conclusion, listen, your vibe is undeniable. You leave a lasting impression, and you don't just attract men, you make them want to earn their place in your world. So whether it's your authenticity, your charm, or confidence, you've got a recipe that makes you unforgettable. Men are mesmerized by your presence, and they'll remember you long after you have left. So there you have it, your total vibe. Now, go out there and rock that energy because they can't get enough. Okay, beautiful card too. This does conclude your reading, and I hope this reading resonates with you and or inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below because I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hi, Clarity fam. You already know what time it is. Let's dive deep into these vibes, and trust me, we're just getting started, okay? You're about to light it up because this next energy is straight fire. So hold on tight because the vibes are about to get even spicier. We're pulling straight from the carnelian crystal and the 8 of Pentacles. So get ready to turn heads because this energy is something different. All right, so I'm already feeling it. You are a go-getter. You know what you want, and you aren't afraid to work for it. So with the carnelian crystal, you're vibing with the passion and drive that men can't ignore. And you don't sit around waiting for things to come to you. You make things happen. So this energy is all about action, motivation, and a dash of that fiery confidence that says, I'm not just here to play, I'm here to win. Okay, so men look at you and instantly feel your determination. You're the one who goes after what you want. And that's, there's something that's so attractive about that no nonsense energy. You got that go-getter vibe that makes them want to follow your lead. You make it look easy, but trust, there's depth. There is depth behind your drive. Okay, there's depth behind your drive. But let's talk even a bit deeper about the 8 of Pentacles because, baby, this card is all about work, dedication, and mastery. You are someone who is committed to leveling up in every area of your life, and men see that. They respect your hustle, but they also want to know how can they be a part of your world, because you got this steady focus, right? That makes men feel like they need to be better. They feel like they need to be better just to keep up. Okay, they're watching you rise, and honestly, it's given major attraction. Okay, so you show up as someone who's always improving, constantly working towards um that that next level, right? And let's face it, that's magnetic, because men aren't just drawn to your appearance. They're drawn to your dedication and the way you approach life, like you're here to conquer. So, what's the bottom line? You give off the vibes of someone who doesn't play games. You're all about that hustle and focus, and men are absolutely captivated by your drive, your passion, and your ability to stay laser focused on your goals. They see someone who is secure in what they want, and they're motivated to keep up with you, right? Honey, and also with that carnelian energy, you're like a walking magnet, attracting people who not only admire your energy, but also who want to be a part of your greatness because you're building. Okay. And men can't get enough of that vibe. You give off, they can't get enough of that vibe that you give off. They respect your ambition and they want to be around you. All right. So we barely scratched the surface here, but if you're feeling this vibe, stay tuned because we're about to take it even deeper. So let's go ahead and see what's coming next because we're just heating up, darling. So stay with me. And also stay to the end of your reading because I'm going to summarize the entire energy. So let's see what's coming through. You have the Destroyer card. Destroyer showing up. Ooh, okay. You don't play no games. What else is coming through? You have the Syrians. Responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. Ooh, so with both of these energies, the energy's getting intense. Whoa. Yes, it is. Okay. So, honey, all right. With the Destroyer card, hold tight because things are about to get even spicier. So this next energy showing up is showing up with some serious power, and it's hitting hard. It's hitting hard. And let me tell you, you do not play around. This energy is wild, and it's not here for the small stuff. The Destroyer doesn't come in to keep things comfortable. Oh no, you're the type of person who shakes things up and doesn't settle for anything less than total transformation. Men look at you and know you're not someone who's going to tolerate anything that doesn't align with your vibe. You don't just change the game, you flip the whole board, okay? Because your energy gives off that powerful aura of someone who's not afraid to walk away. You're not afraid to walk away with from like what no longer serves you. Okay? And they can feel that you're someone who isn't afraid to face the hard truth and tear down whatever isn't meant to last. That's powerful energy. So it makes men rethink their whole approach to life. You're not here for the drama. You're here to cut through the nonsense and bring in the real. Point blank, period. So we have the Syrians, which is the serious, okay? Responsibilities, lessons, and growing up energy, okay? This is heavy, but in the best way, because the vibe you give off is mature, responsible, and doesn't take things lightly. So you're not here to play games. Men know when they approach you, they're dealing with someone who has serious depth. You are all about growth, learning, and making moves that matter. You attract men who want stability and depth, but they also know that to match your energy, they need to be on their A game. Your vibe isn't just attractive because of your looks, it's your wisdom, maturity, and intensity that make you so irresistible. You demand respect and are only interested, okay? You're only interested in those who are ready to rise to the occasion. You have learned the hard lessons, and now you carry that energy of someone who knows exactly what they want. And men feel that, baby. They do. So, what's the vibe here? Well, you give off powerful, no nonsense energy that shakes up the room the second you walk in. Men are drawn to your boldness and your ability to stand firm in your truth. You bring the cut to the chase energy that says, if you're not ready for growth, keep it moving. At the same time, you also radiate that wisdom and maturity that make men want to step up, rise to the occasion, and be better around you. And if those men aren't able to do that, right, they know that they can kick rocks. They can kick rocks. And you're not here for mediocrity. You're here for the real thing. They know they better come correct or don't come at all. All right? And we're not done yet, darling. So this is only getting juicier. And I am here for every second of it, so stay with me. Because we got more energy coming through and we're going to keep diving deeper into this vibe. So let's see what else is happening. Look at that. You got Pisces, the mystic. And Pisces has shown up. Pisces ain't playing no games, right? Pisces, the mystic. I also want to go ahead and pull another card here along with Pisces, and we'll read the energy together. All right. Yeah, I want to go with this deck here. Look, you have priority of purpose card. The priority of purpose. Ooh. All right, so let's see what I'm picking up with Pisces and priority of purpose. Okay. I also want to indicate that Pisces definitely could be in the top placements of your birth chart, sun, moon, or rising signs, or in that placement of the men that resonate here with your vibe. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about Pisces, the mystic showing up. Baby, when Pisces enters the building, it's like the whole vibe shifts, okay? Because Pisces doesn't play no games. They bring the mystery and the depth that leaves people wondering what's really going on beneath the surface. Men are magnetically drawn to you because they can sense that there's more to you than meets the eye. You are someone who has this ethereal quality that just captures their attention and keeps them intrigued, okay? Because they want to know what makes you tick. And trust, they'll try to figure it out. So with Pisces, you're like a walking enigma, right? So men are drawn to your intuition, your mystical aura, and that dreamy energy you carry. You have that ability to see beyond what's right in front of you, and that's sexy. Okay, that is sexy. Men are looking at you like, what's going on inside that beautiful mind of yours? Okay, because you give off that kind of vibe that says, there's more to me than you can even imagine. Yeah, all right. So now let's look at priority of purpose energy. Honey, this card is telling me that you got your eyes on the prize. And see, men feel that sense of direction and purpose you carry. You're not here to play around or waste your time. You got priorities and they're paying attention. You attract men who are drawn to your clarity and drive. Some of them are insecure. Just because they're drawn to your clarity and drive don't mean they got it. Because, the darkness is drawn to the light. You're not just wandering through life. You're focused, and that's super attractive. So they see you leading with intention, and that makes them want to be a part of what you're building. Okay, and with Pisces here, you've got the combination of the mystic allure and the purpose-driven energy. So it's like you pull them into your world and they can't resist the mystery of who you are. But they also respect your clarity and focus. So you're not just the dreamy type, you're the doer too, okay? And that mix, totally magnetic. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull more energy. Let's see what else is coming through. All right, so I want to go here with your card. What is the energy spirit as it does relate? What else is coming through for you? Oh, the strength card shows up. And I am not surprised that the strength card would show up. Strength, courage and strength and control. Yeah, listen, this is only getting hotter because men feel that, that energy that you carry, they feel it. Strength isn't just about physical power, right? It's about inner resilience and the courage and the ability to stand tall even when life throws its hardest punches. So this card is telling me that you carry deep-rooted confidence and men absolutely can't help but be drawn to it. So you give off an energy that says, I've been through it all. And look at me, standing stronger than ever. Men are intimidated, fascinated, and totally captivated by this energy. So yes, they see that you don't need anyone to complete you. You're whole and self-sufficient, which is so sexy. It's like you're not waiting for someone to come in and fix you. You are the fixer, the one who uplifts others. Okay? So what's even better is the courage that you radiate. Men see you as someone who isn't afraid to take risk, to stand up for yourself, and to keep pushing forward no matter what. This isn't just about looks, honey. It's about your heart, your gift, and the warrior spirit that never backs down. See, men find you unmatched, okay? It's that unmatched strength that's irresistible. They want to be around you because they see the fortitude that you have within. And they know that being with you will only make them stronger too. You give them permission to be bold and take chances because you lead with that raw, untamed confidence that says, go for it and don't hold back. Okay? And they're completely in awe of you. Some men are intimidated and in awe at the same time. Okay, but it's the way that you stand your ground, the way you face every challenge head on, it leaves them speechless. You don't need anyone to validate you, and that's incredibly magnetic. Okay, so with the strength in the mix, your energy is giving off major boss vibes. Men can't help but notice the way you hold your ground and handle whatever life throws your way because, honey, you radiate power in a way that's grounded, authentic, right? Okay, and it's inspiring. You are a force, honey, and they know it. So they're just trying to keep up with the powerhouse that is you, okay? So, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet, darling, because we're diving deeper into this and I'm feeling the energy coming through like a full force storm. So stay with me because we got your final card coming through. We're going to get the message of that. And I'm going to summarize your total vibe that you give off to men. So let's see what we have as it does relate and what is coming through here. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we got coming through. What is the energy spirit? What vibes do you give off? Look at that, the lion and the higher calling. The lion and the higher calling. All right, so, okay. Lion and the higher calling. Look at the lion. Leo, of course, is coming through. Leo, yes. Okay, are you kidding me? Strength, dominance, and courage. Okay, this is the ultimate power card, and it's showing up for you. You exude, a raw regal power that demands respect and reverence. Okay, so men see you and they know you are not someone to mess with. You're not just strong in traditional sense, you're a natural leader. Okay, intense and commanding attention. So the second you walk into a room, the lion represents your inner power. Okay, the force that propels you forward, no matter what life throws your way. Okay, you are the queen of your own jungle, and men, they can't help but feel that magnetic pull because, they just can't. So let's talk about the higher calling energy because, it's not just about what's here, it's about what you represent. You're on a mission, and men know that you've got a higher purpose. Yes, you do. You have a higher purpose. So, it's something that goes beyond the surface. You're not just playing a game. You're here to elevate and transform. And they are intrigued by your purpose, your drive, and your ability to stay true to your authentic self. And they know you're not about wasting time or settling for mediocrity. You are here to make waves, to take the world by storm. And they're watching as you rise to the top. Okay, so men feel like they're in the presence of greatness when they're around you. Your energy is magnetic and you lead them towards growth, okay? Towards something higher, more meaningful. And they're constantly trying to measure up to your light, your vision, and your incredible drive. And it's no wonder they are obsessed because you're not just a vibe, honey. You are an experience. You light up their world, baby, showing them a glimpse of the extraordinary, right? So now we've got it. Your energy, your vibes, they're powerful, undeniable, and life-changing because you leave an impression that doesn't fade. No, men are drawn to you because you represent everything they either want to be or too afraid to be. You bring strength, purpose, and authenticity into every room that you walk into. You are the lion and you are chasing your higher calling, and they are just along for the ride. So to wrap it all up, you give off a vibe that is unstoppable, a force of nature that demands respect. Men feel your energy on a soul deep level. They are drawn to you because you are everything that they wish they had. You're the boss, the leader, the powerhouse that makes them want to rise to your level. Okay? Keep shining, keep being your authentic self, and don't let anyone dim your light because you are here to rule. Okay? And that's a wrap, fam. You are the whole vibe, and men can't help but be drawn to it. So thanks for staying with me through the reading, and keep owning your space because, honey, you are unbeatable. And so, beautiful card 3, this does conclude your reading, and I hope this reading resonates with you and inspire you. And if it does, drop a comment below because I absolutely enjoy reading your comments. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.